Hey, hey, hey. Happy Wednesday. Yes, I changed the name of the show again. I keep changing the name of the show. So today the show is called the Hero Movement Update. Hero Movement because it's beyond hoodies now. So we're going to try that on for size today. So anyway, happy Wednesday. This is the 16th day of June, my birthday month. Countdown to June 24th, my birthday. Mark your calendars. Also, this is day 16 of my birthday challenge, but we'll get into that later. So we've been in Smoothie King this week, and every day I talk about Smoothie King, and I think I'm done. That's it. That's all I have to say about Smoothie King. And then it comes back. It comes back. So this is my third day talking about Smoothie King. So I'm going to talk about it just a little bit more. So for those of you just joining us, I've been telling this story about how I went to Smoothie King this weekend and what I observed there and the lessons that I got from that brief interaction. So check out the previous episodes. Mostly check out yesterday's episode. You'll get the gist of it. So anyway, in the story yesterday, I outlined 3 different lessons that I got out of it. And one was about responsibility. And as I was meditating on that, that made me think about the phrase doing the work. Doing the work. Because that's one of those phrases that we hear all the time. And I think so much so that it desensitizes us to what the meaning is. Speaking for myself, I felt like I had been doing the work in my life until I started doing the work. And then I realized that I had not been doing the work at all. And so I want to break that down a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about doing the work in the context of my experience at Smoothie King. So just to briefly recap, there's 2 employees and there's another customer besides me. And the other customer besides me, when he came in, he cracked some jokes. He was, making light of the fact that it was so busy that day, which it really was. It was a hot day. Everybody wanted a smoothie. And the employees didn't react to him. And he left. I've been calling him Charlie. I don't know anybody's names, but I've been calling him Charlie. So Charlie left the store. And I thought for sure Charlie was gone because I could see that he was a little annoyed that they didn't respond to him, that the employees didn't respond to him at all. I mean, not only did they not laugh at his joke, but they didn't greet him. They didn't say, we'll help you in a second. They didn't say anything to him. So he left, and I thought for sure he was gone. So I was surprised when he came back in. And he came back in to apologize. He came back in to say that he was sorry if anything he said offended the employees. So let's pause right there. That is someone who's doing the work. That's somebody who is taking responsibility for his actions. Right, for his own actions. He left, and I'm sure he left to leave, but he thought about it, and he thought, well, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I didn't do the right thing. Maybe I did something that offended them. And so he came back. And that had to have been difficult for him to come back into the restaurant and apologize to people who were rude to him seconds ago. Like, how often do we do that? Honestly, how often do we apologize to someone who is just rude to us? That's a tall order for all of us. And so he did that work. He went out to his car maybe and grounded himself and came back in and apologized. Now, contrast that with Barry, the employee I said who had the worst attitude. Barry was not doing his work because in that moment when Charlie came back in to apologize, Barry could have noticed, okay, if this customer, first of all, it's a customer. You're supposed to treat customers right. But if this customer is coming back in and apologizing, I must be giving off some kind of vibe. So let me clean myself up. Let me clean my attitude up. He did not do that. He did not do that. And I'm sure that when he left, he had his own stories about his day that were all about blame and pointing fingers. I'm sure he talked about how busy it was that day at work, how hot it was, how many cars there were, how April wouldn't let him work the drive-through window, how some customer, Charlie, cracked a joke that wasn't funny. Like, all about pointing fingers in different directions. But I'm fairly certain he didn't go home and say, how could I have done something differently in this situation? And that's doing the work. So for me, my definition of doing the work is aggressive self-improvement. Aggressive self-improvement. Because some self-improvement is passive. Like if you live through something traumatic, something bad happens to you, and something bad happens to all of us, you live through that, you automatically become stronger. It just happens internally somewhere. Internally, you reorganize yourself in a stronger way. But we don't often lean into it. We don't often sit and write down what the lessons are and really lean into what just happened and unpack it. So, but that's passive though. Passively, we get stronger because we experience bad things and we survive them. But to really be about doing the work, you have to aggressively be about investigating yourself and improving yourself. And so there's a book called The Seven, let me get the name right. 7-Day Mental Diet by Emmett Fox. The 7-Day Mental Diet by Emmett Fox. He postulates 8, what he calls lifesaver questions. 8 lifesaver questions. And I'm just going to give you one, because I think this is the most important. How can I give more? How can I give more? And the point is to apply that question all the time, especially when you're annoyed. Because it's easy to apply that question when you're sitting on the couch chilling, right? Watching Netflix or something. You can think easily about how can I give more. But in this situation, Charlie had some derivative of that thought when he went out to his car about how he could give more in the situation. And he decided he could give more by apologizing, by removing that as an obstacle. If it was something he said, let's remove that as an obstacle. Let me come back in here and apologize to these people who were rude to me in case something I said offended them. So that's strong work. And so what we have to think about is what questions we're asking ourselves, if any. Because speaking for myself, when I felt like I was doing the work, I wasn't really asking myself questions. I wasn't questioning myself. And if I had just had that one question, just the one, how can I give more? And if I had been applying that consistently, that would have changed a lot of things for me. And it is changing a lot of things for me now. Because you have to use it often. How can I give more? And I'm gonna add one more. And how can I expect less? How can I give more? And how can I expect less? Those 2 questions, both of them are from the 7-Day Mental Diet. Both of them that's 2 of the 8 lifesaver questions. And both of those will get you through. It'll get you through. So I'm going to leave you with that. That's the question. Those are the 2 questions you should ask yourself. How can I give more? And how can I expect less? And if you apply those rules, you'll be doing all right. And I'm doing the work of applying those rules now. And it ain't easy. It's simple, but it is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So yeah, so we're still in Smoothie King. There's lots of lessons to be unpacked from Smoothie King. I'm trying to decide if I was going to tell another story, but I don't think I am. I think that'll take me over time. So there's lots of lessons to be unpacked from Smoothie King. The main lesson is about doing the work. Doing the work is about aggressive self-improvement and asking yourself tough questions that challenge the way you view the world. All right. So now let me move into my news. I'm going to do my little my elevator music and shift gears, and then we'll talk about the rest of the things I got to talk about. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, I am not wearing a hoodie. I'm not wearing a hoodie. This is the Hero t-shirt. I just got mine yesterday. I'm very excited about it, just arrived yesterday. So this is the classic design. As I've said, I have made these go-go in the store. The store is simply giveherohoodies.com. Throw that up on the bottom, giveherohoodies.com. Go-go meaning you get one, and then I will gift one. So you get a t-shirt for you, and I will gift one to the unhoused community so they can have something brand new to wear. And in addition to that, I'm also splitting the revenue. I'm splitting the profit. 50% of the profit will go to the various nonprofits that I've become engaged with as a result of this hero movement. So that includes Project Love Strong. It includes In God's Hand. It includes Unhoused St. Louis, a couple women's shelters in Louisville and Memphis and Mississippi. So the list is growing. The list is growing. So check those out. Again, this is the Hero hoodie t-shirt. Well, the Hero t-shirt. Let's just call it that. And I got the socks. I have the socks to display today. So here are the Hero socks with the black foot so they don't get dirty. It says Hero and it's got the crown on there. And these are also available in the shop at giveherohoodies.com. So in case you don't know anything about it, I'll just sum it up by saying the Hero movement is about giving brand new clothing to the unhoused and also giving them these one-word affirmations, these one-word wearable affirmations, like hero, like doing, and just to boost their spirits, and also to remind us as the wearers on our end that we are being our own hero. And so this is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. And it also means high emotion radiates overflow. And that one was made up by Rev Melissa, and I'm sure other people are making up other acronyms for Hero. So excited that all of that is happening. And so really quickly, the birthday challenge. This is day 16. My challenge to myself has been to jog a mile every day of June, my birthday month. And so many people have joined now. We're up to 36 people. And people are showing out now. People are showing out. Like the heavy hitters have gotten involved now. So we've got, somebody just ran a marathon the other day. Like, okay. All right, we see you. We see you. Someone else is doing deadlifts. You know what deadlifts are? I had to Google it. You got to grab all the weight and just stand up with it. Like, people are doing real work now. So very excited to have been an inspiration to other people moving their bodies and exercise in whatever way they want to during the month of June. And people have been asking, so let me answer this question. Yes, I am going the entire month of June. My birthday is the 24th, but I'm going all the way through to the end of the month. So I invite you to join with me, move your body, be a part of this movement for your own benefit, because it can only benefit you. All right, so with that, I'm going to close out. Make sure to tune back in at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central for Sit with Rev Melissa, where I will be producing and probably pop it in to say a couple words. So in the meantime, keep doing, be a hero, be your own hero, and remember that now is better than perfect. Later.